Before we jump into the video, wanted to say a quick shout out to all my channel members. You guys are awesome. Also, I don't do this enough, and I think it hurts the channel as far as subscribers go, but I want to remind everybody to please hit the subscribe button. Like 75% of my viewers do not subscribe to the channel, so if you guys could do that. Also, hit the like button. That helps a ton on the channel. Comment down below. I always want to hear your guys' thoughts about whatever we're talking about. And if you want to, hit that notification bell right there, which gives you a little alert on your phone or whatever that when I upload a new video. With all the silly season stuff coming out here very soon, you're going to want to stay tuned to the channel here. We're going to have all of that covered right here on the Rodman Rundown. Now let's jump into today's race preview for Lucas Oil Speedway with Kubota High Limit Racing. All right, welcome back. Here is the race preview for race number 51 of 2024 for Kubota High Limit Racing at the Lucas Oil Speedway coming up on Wednesday, October 9th. It is a makeup race to the rain out that we had earlier on this year for the Diamond Classic. It's in Wheatland, Missouri, the 3/8 mile oval, the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. When I went there for the first time earlier this year, unbelievable facility. If you've never been to Lucas Oil Speedway, you literally have to go to check out all of the amenities they have there. It is a world-class facility, and I'm super excited to get there on Wednesday night. I'm going to be going to the airport here very soon. I got my bags packed up, and I'm going to be hitting the road here in just a few minutes before, after I make this video here. So the weather going into this race looks good. 81 degrees for a high, a low of 50. So maybe bring a sweatshirt if you're going to be there at the racetrack. A 3% chance of rain, light winds, and sunny skies will be greeting us there on Wednesday afternoon. The race will be $25,000 to win and $1,500 to start. Estimated car count of about 35 cars in the preview for I-70. I said about 30-ish cars, but we are going to gain a couple here at Lucas Oil. A little bit of a smaller racetrack, kind of helping out some of the guys that don't have huge engines. It's kind of a little bit more of an equalizer when you go to a track the size of Lucas Oil Speedway compared to I-70. Now, when we were there on June 28th, the race that did not get rained out, we had Tyler Courtney as the winner in that one. Remember, he came from 9th and got the win as the Durst Dice Roll driver, and to this day still stands as the highest Durst Dice Roll claim in the history of high limit racing, from 9th to the win. Brad Sweet would finish up in 2nd. McFadden was 3rd, and Tanner Thorson would end up in the 4th position. A really, really good run for Tanner Thorson, and we cannot count out Cy Lynch as well. He had a really good race in that number 42 car. Remember, led a bunch of laps. The race itself, in my opinion, might be one of the top. It's hard. We've had so many good races with high limit this year, but in my opinion, might be top 5, close to the top 5 best race we saw all year. The race between Lynch and Sweet, they went back and forth a couple of times. Courtney come from 9th. And remember, we can't discount the fact as well that Corey Day was leading this race before he actually lost an engine or a rear end or something early on in the race. And that set up a really good finish. We had guys coming from really far back in the field to come up through the field and finish up in the top 10. Justin Peck would finish in 6th. 7th was Hunter Schurenberg. That was him driving the Highbreeder Motorsports 19 car. Chris Windham, a good run for him, finished up in 8th. Jacob Allen was 9th, and Zeb Wise finished in 10th. That was the top 10 the last time high limit was in action at Lucas Oil Speedway. So maybe we'll see a couple of these guys also, get up there and mix it up for another top 10 finish on Wednesday night. The Flow Racing broadcast is set to start at 6 p.m. Central Time when we're over there in Missouri. Welcome to the whiteboard for the first time, the Flow Racing Magnet. I'm going to start adding this to the race previews. Obviously, there's only going to be one more left after this, but for next year, we'll do this again, and we'll make sure to have the Flow Racing time of the broadcast on the whiteboard. I did get that suggestion in the comments section below, so we're going to add that here. 6:15 p.m. Central Time is when the broadcast is set to start. The track record, this is interesting. The track record was established by Rico Abreu at 12.829. That record was actually set before the rains came on June 29th earlier this year. So we got the first race in on the 28th. The 29th, we got through hot laps and qualifying, and then the storm came, flooded everybody out. But Rico was able to set the track record there at 12.829 seconds. And I'm pretty sure as long as that qualifying session got all the way completed, that actually signified that is official lap time for a new track record. Now, I have this circled here as well because this is important. The top 4 drivers over here from June 28th are locked into the heat races so long as there are 32 cars that show up. As long as 32 cars show up in the field on Wednesday night, Those 4 drivers, Courtney, Sweet, McFadden, and Thorson, they will not have to qualify. They will start 4th in their heat races. That is in the High Limit Racing rulebook. When we go to the same racetrack 2 nights in a row, then the top 4 finishers from that first night will not have to qualify. They will automatically start 4th in the heat race. And if they finish in the top 5, they will go to the dash. And so keep that in mind. If it goes below 32 cars, then it would be just the top 3, Courtney, Sweet, and McFadden. So with that, it's a little bit of a weird deal because we are waiting a couple of months or weeks between these 2 races, but it would not be fair to those top 4 guys if they did not get locked in, because that was what was supposed to happen before the rains came. Now, this is another thing we want to watch for here. With just 4 races left, I'm recording this on Monday, so we still have I-70 to go. With 4 races left, Rico Abreu and Tyler Courtney are separated by 16 points for the 2nd position in the overall championship point standings. And the difference between 2nd and 3rd in the championship as far as the earnings go, $125,000 for 2nd place in points and $100,000 for 3rd place in points. So going to be keeping an eye on these 2 guys, because obviously Sunshine was very good on the race the last time we were here. At I-70, Rico was good. He won the Race Redeem Foundation event. So they both have wins at 2 of the tracks that we go to in the final 4 races of the season. This is going to be a battle that a lot of people are going to be keeping their eye on here for the rest of the year. Just 16 points between Rico and Sunshine for 2nd in the overall championship standings in the inaugural year with Kubota High Limit Racing. Now, looking at the drivers who we are expecting to see in the field who are not full-time with the series, many of the same names that we saw during the I-70 preview. There are a couple at the bottom that I did add. We've got Cy Lynch, we've got Kerry Madsen, we've got the 45X of Jace Park, the 17 GP of Scott Boguski, who was credited with the win during the Daniel McMillan and Jesse Hockin Memorial race that happened at the Lucas Oil Speedway a few weeks ago. The 17 GP car, 23 of Garrett Williamson, the 12X of Cameron Key, the 2 cars for Kevin Newton, Cole Macedo, and Kevin Newton himself, the 27 of Emerson Axon, the 2KS, that is going to be Danny Sams, the 21 of Brian Brown, the 3 of Ayrton Jeniton, and the 87 of Aaron Reitzel. All of those drivers are scheduled to be in the field on Wednesday night. We also have these drivers as well. Ryan Timms, once again, in a car that I am not going to be announcing here on the channel, but here's a hint. I have a magnet for it, so I'm going to give you guys that hint right there. Ryan Timms is going to be in a different car than we've seen him in all year long. He will also do that at I-70. Logan Seavey will be there as well in the Landon Simon number 24 S car. We've got Xavier Doney in the 74, Jason Martin in the 36, and 2 guys that are going to be there for Lucas Oil and not I-70, the 21R of Gunnar Ramey and the 40 of Howard Moore. We did see both of those drivers at Lucas Oil back on June 28th as well. So going to be a pretty solid field. I do expect maybe a couple more to show up that we don't have on the list here. It's a little bit tougher, though, because it's in the middle of the week. Going to be tougher. A couple of guys get work off, but we'll see who shows up. It's going to be a good night of racing action. $25,000 on the line for the Diamond Classic Makeup. We hope to see you there. If you are going to be there, make sure to comment down below. Let us know you're going to be there. Let us know who you think is going to win. Also, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. If you're watching at home on Flow, thank you guys for your support. Hopefully, you guys really have enjoyed these whiteboard preview videos for the races coming up. Appreciate all of your support, and we'll talk to you guys again here very soon.